What's good, Charm City crew? Thank you for a great year with us. In this video, we are going to top off the year with the top 10 shoes of 2021. This top 10 list is going to be based on shoe sales, reviews, and your customer feedback. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's run it. Alright, kicking off our list at number 10, we have the Altra Torin number 5. So, the Torin got a great update this year. It got wider and it got lighter. Two things you don't usually get when you have a maximum cushion stability shoe. What Altra did with this iteration, they actually swapped out their Quantic foam midsole and replaced it with their Ego Max. Definitely makes for a smoother, lighter ride, still nice and plush. The true Altra fans that really love the nice wide toe box on this shoe, they're getting everything in that, and it showed with their sales this year. Fantastic update, definitely earned a spot on this list, and I would like to grant it the best shoe for wide feet this year. Moving on to number 9 on our list, we have the Brooks Glycerin GTS 19. So, new this year to the Brooks lineup, this shoe has literally transcended from its previous version. So this did replace the old Brooks Transcend. It's essentially getting some guide rails on an already beloved Brooks shoe, the Brooks Glycerin. This way you can still have that nice max cushion ride, but you have those guide rails that kind of keep everything in place to let your foot move in the direction it wants to move without impeding your path. This shoe remains very comfy, very cushy, very supportive, a great shoe to work in, walk in, and go for long runs. And I actually really recommend it for people who have flat feet because it does have a lower arch profile on the inside of it. So I will give this shoe best shoe for flat feet. Number 9. Coming in at number 8 on our list, we have the Asics GT 2000 version 10. So this is actually one of the few shoes that moved from the engineered mesh back to the knit this year, and so that adds a little more structure to the top of the shoe. What it also added was a new flight foam propel on the bottom to make it a little bit more bouncy, more than the past version. The past version was a little bit stiffer. This gives you a little more bounce in your step. Overall, this has always been a tried and true, reliable shoe. You can just beat it to death and it will still be there to carry you to the finish line, and so for that reason we would like to award this shoe the most reliable trainer. And sliding into our number 7 slot, we have the Hoka Mach 4. So this shoe has gotten some improvements since its last couple iterations. The toe box is finally a little bit wider. It used to be a little more cramped, and it is lightweight, it is plush, and it honestly feels like you're wearing a carbon-plated shoe even though there's no plate in there whatsoever. Really great for your faster run days. You could use it for long run days, but really, it's an awesome tempo run shoe. Highly recommend it. Really deserves to be on this list, and I am going to grant it the award for your best tempo shoe. Coming in at our number 6 spot is the Saucony Kinvara 12. So this shoe has always been a front runner for Saucony, and with this iteration, probably one of their best ones in years. This is going to be the widest toe box on this shoe yet. Other improvements are going to be improved responsiveness of the shoe. People really love that it's that minimalist feel, but you can also just slide into it like a glove with that form-fit upper, and it just feels like an extension of your foot. You can run forever in this really lightweight shoe, and for that reason, this shoe earns the number 6 spot, and it earns the title of the best fit. Alright, starting out in the top 5, we have the New Balance 1080 version 11. And honestly, if you'd had the version 10 here as well, it would be just as great. Both models of the shoe have been exceptional in the last 2 years. In fact, the version 10 just felt like a slipper on the top. It was practically a mattress on the bottom. I'm surprised people weren't just taking naps in the shoe because it was so comfortable. Well, in the version 11, they firmed up a little bit on the bottom and they gave you a little more structure on the top just so that you could actually go for a run in it. It's so comfortable, great for standing on your feet, great for walking around, but they really transformed it into a fantastic running shoe. The cushion is unmatched, and so I would definitely love to award this shoe the best cushion of the year. All right, ringing in at the number 4 spot, we have the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 38. So this shoe has had vast improvements since the 37. Your toe box got a little wider. You have a deeper heel cup right there for a better overall fit. And the cushion on the bottom is so much better. It actually reminds me a lot of the old Nike Zoom Pegasus Turbo, which was a great speed shoe and race day shoe. You're essentially getting the feel of a $180 shoe for $120. So awesome fit there. I always recommend, if you're getting into running or you haven't gotten specialty running shoes before and you're a neutral runner, start out with the Nike Zoom Pegasus series. Fantastic shoe for neutral runners. And so for that reason, I would like to make this the best universal neutral shoe of the year. All right, coming in at the number 3 spot, we have a newcomer in the shoe field here. That's going to be the Asics Magic Speed. This shoe really took the world by storm this year. It's got that really nice airy upper to it. It's great for your tempo to race transition. And the biggest highlight of this shoe is going to be that half carbon plate that goes down half of the shoe, right where you need it in the spring and the forefoot. And then it's got that flight foam blast that just gives it a super explosive feeling. It is impossible to run slow in this shoe. So for that, we have to give it the award for the best carbon plated shoe of 2021. All right, coming in on that number 2 spot, and I will say it was a close second, we have the Hoka Arahi 5. So this shoe has really come a long way in its previous iterations. It is way less bulky than it used to be. Very, very lightweight shoe for how much stability it does offer. That J-frame really helps out over pronators, and it secures a neutral foot as well. And I will say that that J-frame plus the Meta Rocker really put you forward for a nice, smooth, stable ride in the right direction. And so I am happy to give this shoe the award for Best Stability Shoe of the Year. All right, before we get to our number 1 shoe of the year, I'd like to talk about some honorable mentions. So over here we have the On Cloud Stratus, and this shoe went through a hell of a transformation this year. It went from a stability to a neutral shoe. Overall, I think it's way more cohesive as a shoe now. It just feels really great from heel to toe, super bouncy, very cushiony. Overall, a great shoe for long runs or a long day on your feet. Over here, we have the Saucony Triumph 18. Definitely the best Saucony Triumph we've had so far. This shoe has gone through iterations where it was a brick, where it was a marshmallow. I think we've finally hit the sweet spot right here. You have the perfect level of Power Run Plus in there, and it's just a really sweet max cushion neutral shoe that you can be happy in for those long run days or those days when you're just on your feet all day long. So these are our honorable mentions, and without further ado, let's get to that Best Shoe of the Year award. So before it was rebranded for Go-To Support, the GTS in the Brooks lineup actually stood for Go-To Shoe, and it was only labeled on one of their shoes, and that model was the Brooks Adrenaline. So that Brooks Adrenaline GTS, that Go-To shoe, is still the top of their shoe line, and the reason for that is that the way it is designed, it fits most feet that walk through any door so well. It is form-fitting, it has a wide enough toe box, there's very rarely any complaints of heel slip with it. It's really a shoe that does it all. It is lightweight, it is plush, and to this day it still holds up as Brooks's #1 shoe and the #1 shoe in the nation. So here we are with the Brooks Adrenaline GTS version 22 still holding strong as that #1 shoe this year, and I'm very happy to award it the #1 go-to shoe of 2021. So congratulations to the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 22, and congratulations to Brooks for continuing to make such an awesome shoe. Good work, everybody. And there you have it, folks, our top 10 of 2021. Thank you so much for being a part of it. We really want to give a big thank you to all of our viewers, all of our subscribers, our Charm City crew. You guys help make this happen. big thank you to Charm City Run. Thank you to everyone who is featured in our videos. We really appreciate your support in analyzing these shoes for us every month. It's an awesome help. Huge, huge thanks to all the guys above us that helped make this happen. Brian, Tom, Lauren, of course, our president and CEO, Josh Levinson. You have been awesome for helping us propel this idea. Huge shout out to the Hollow Truths for providing the music every month. And of course, last and definitely not least, I want to give a huge shout out to our videographer, Connor. Thank you so much for everything you do, Connor. I really appreciate it. The channel would be nothing without you. You are awesome. Really looking forward to doing this with you guys again next year. And we will see you in 2022. So, until then, let's run it!